Iswaran is a short story which is part of RK Narayan's collection of short stories, Malgudi Days. Malgudi Days is his collection of short stories that are very relatable to the readers because of the cultural context brought in through the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi. These stories help display and portray the general irony that we experience in our day to day lives. Ishwaran is one such short story that focuses on the so called expectations that we have to live up to. The story revolves around a young man attempting an examination for the 11th time, having failed all the times before. But while those around him consider it to be a lost cause, he is hopeful and determined to pass the examination. The character Ishwaran is victim to other people's, that is, society's philosophy of life, or what others expect of him. Examinations and failure slowly come to dominate his entire life. He is taunted and jeered at, yet he tries to hide away his emotions behind a mask. There does come a point in time where he feels detached and dejected from all those around him, as if he were completely isolated and treated as an outcast. Yet he pictures a place, a world, free from this burden, free from these emotions of failure, and free from the expectations that he has to live up to. Even after being repeatedly told that his is a lost cause, he is hopeful, which shows that he does have few qualities, such as perseverance, determination, and the self confidence that one needs. This can be seen when he goes to look up his result and looks under the honor section and the first class section, still hopeful and confident of his capabilities, even after being repeatedly told that he was a failure. But eventually, he does pass. He is ecstatic. His reaction of happiness and extreme ecstasy is better evidence for the claim that the pressure, the taunts, and the jeers from those around him actually affected him. Before going and looking for his results, he had assumed that he would fail and had written a note claiming he was prepared to leave this world. But after seeing his results, the situation changed. Any reader would assume that Ishwaran would rush back home to flaunt his results to his family. But what we didn't account for was the fact that Ishwaran lost complete control of reality and had completely detached himself from his surroundings, for he was so overjoyed and enthralled. In the end, caught up in his imaginations, he jumped into a river, attempting to swim across it and prove his strength and capabilities further. So drunk he was with the joy and pleasure of having passed, he didn't even understand the consequences of his actions. The story ends with the villagers finding his body on the other end of the town, his note being found. The story ends displaying the fact that society, then and even now, sets this ideal philosophy of life where everyone is expected to meet those expectations set by society. We do not know what happened after the note was found. Would society take responsibility and be accountable, or would they just assume that this was just an unfortunate accident? What can be concluded, though, is that a man who had so many other qualities let one aspect of his life dominate him and blind him from seeing his true potential, and finally trapped him in a sad world of his own where that one aspect of life became his sole purpose and sole reason to live.